going to be talking about how you can change a little bit to make a big impact in your child's life. Welcome to my Wednesday live for this week. First of all, I'm Miranda. I run Smart Mama, Smart Kids parent coaching and I love doing it. Okay, I work with mums of 0 to 6 year olds, and every week you'll find me popping up here and sharing some tips, sharing some of my insight. I'm a coach, I'm a teacher, I'm a mum, and I've got lots of other things that go on around here. First of all, today my topic is, are you building or are you demolishing? Okay, so we're going to be talking a little bit about one of my favorite topics and one of the hardest things that you can do as a parent that is also one of the most worthwhile. We're going to be talking about how you can change a little bit to make a big impact in your child's life. Okay, so today, are you building or demolishing? First thing, I'm talking about tone. Those of you who have been on here for a while know that I love to talk about tone. I love to talk about the tones we use with our children and with our partners and others around us in general, because how we use our tone says a lot about what we think of that person. It says a lot about what's going on for us. How we use our tone is a really, really good window to what's going on within it. You've heard people say the eyes are windows to the soul. Well, the tone is definitely a window to the emotions and to how you're feeling at that moment. Okay, so tone. Are you building or demolishing? All right, so I thought today I would have a chat about building, I'd have a chat about demolishing, and how tone is actually relevant in your relationships with your children, definitely with your children, okay? And it's also relevant, as I said, to partners. It's also relevant to other people around you, workmates, all this sort of stuff. Okay, so when you are building with your tone, when you use your tone to build other people up, then you are creating something. Okay, I'm a creator. I know what it's like to create things, okay? But creating something in that other person. When you are demolishing, you are tearing down something in that other person. Okay, and that's what I'm using those phrases for today for the purpose of this video. So, are you building or demolishing? Think about your relationship with your children, or it could be, your partner, whoever you want to think about. Think about that relationship. How do you use your tone in that relationship? Do you use it in a caring, encouraging way? Do you use it in a way that tears other people down? Do you use it in a I can't believe that you did it like that sort of way? Or do you use it in a, that's probably not the greatest way to go about things. How about we change it next time? Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is when you are using tone, it doesn't mean you just have a caring, fluffy tone all the time. That is so not what I'm here to say. All right, I know that as a parent, we need to be firm. People have witnessed me numerous times being firm with my own children, being firm with other people's children, because yes, I'm a teacher and I have to be firm with other people's kids, and that's just how it is, and it helps. It can help parents a lot. So that's what happens. Okay, so yes, you need to be firm sometimes as the parent. It's not all caring, huffy, fluffy stuff. Okay, but there is a way to go about it, and it's about building respect. Okay, I've got other videos on how to build respect with your kids and how to build respect in general. Okay, we can talk more about that another time. But using tone to build other people up builds respect for yourself and respect for them. So when you are using building tones with your kids, you can be using tones that are calm, tones that are firm, as I mentioned. You can still be firm, right? Low, calm, firm tones, that's okay to be using, okay? Soft tones, you might use caring tones. Interested tones, so you're interested in what is going on for your child, like, oh wow, that's really interesting, well, can you tell me more about that? Or that's a calm tone, but an interested tone, so you can use those sort of questioning tones. Yes, I use my hands a lot, by the way, that's okay. You might be using sentence starters like, I feel like this, I like what you're doing, I love when I see you, I'm really proud of. I notice when you've got to have some of these hard conversations, I'm noticing that this is happening and we need to change something around that, or just wondering why you didn't pick up after yourself, just wondering why your clothes are out there on the lawn, just wondering why we are jumping off the furniture, what's going on? Okay, that's not what we do. These sorts of tones are fine to have, good to have, needed. Okay, and I use those tones regularly in my own house. Okay, they are still building tones. You are still being respectful. You are still loving your child. You're still doing what needs to be done. You're still saying the things that need to be said, but you are bringing love and respect to the relationship between you and your child, okay, or you and your partner. Okay, if you are demolishing, so if you are breaking down that respect, if you're breaking down the relationship, that's what I've termed demolishing for the purpose of this building analogy, then you might be more like this. Okay, demolishing tones are more sarcastic. Yes, I know we are Aussies, I know we use sarcasm all the time, that is okay, but if it's sarcastic tones, if they are sarcastic tones that are tearing someone else down, they are not building respect, they are not building a relationship, they are actually making it so much worse. Okay, so if you're using sarcastic tones all the time with your kids, or often with your children or with your partner, try to stop. Try to change it, swap it, don't stop it. Try to change it out for something different, because sarcasm does not bring relationships forward very well. Okay, it has this underlying edge of, what are we actually saying here? Okay, sarcasm is not the same as being completely one-to-one with a person. And also, if you've got small kids in the realms of the kids that I work with, or the parents, 6 and under, a lot of the time the kids don't understand the sarcasm. So they don't get it. And they think you're just saying something that's not very nice. So that's not what we want to be doing with our kids, right? So sarcastic tones for me, yes, it's fun to have a joke as adults, whatever, have a joke around, of course. Teach your kids about sarcasm. Beautiful. But make sure it's not the main way in which you speak to your children. Mocking, so mocking tones like, I'm so much better than you. Mocking tones, okay, we don't want to be making fun of people. That is so not how we go about building relationship. We don't want disrespectful tones, so ones where we're being disrespectful to each other, like calling each other names or saying things in a like, well, I'm reckon this about you, that sort of stuff. That is not the way to build a relationship with your child. That is not the way to teach them to speak back to yourself. No, not cool. And the last one that I've got here in the demolishing tones are things, I've got curled lips, so like sneering at someone. So if you come in and you are saying something with a really sneering sort of like mocking sort of really rude and I'm having a real go at you sort of a tone, that's not going to build relationship either. Okay, so if someone comes in and goes, well, why isn't this happening? Or why is this happening straight at you? You immediately got your guard up. You think, oh, what have I done wrong? Now, you know, and you're already just an annoying sort of vibe in the room. Okay, so using those sneering tones with your kids, those off, you know, really sarcastic ones, the side remarks, all that sort of stuff, for me is a no-go, because kids don't understand it and you're not building them up and you're not teaching them any helpful things, because at the end of the day, they're going to be using those sorts of remarks and tones back to you and you're not going to love it. Yep. So the sentence starters that you can use, or that people might use when they're demolishing a relationship without intending to, of course. But the ones that you might be using are, why can't you? Why isn't this happening? You can say that. You could probably use that in a building tone as well, but as long as you're really, really careful. Why isn't this happening? Why can't you just, you are so, attack the person, or I can't believe you did this. These sorts of, I've got something going on in there. These sorts of tones and sentence starters can be really, really good at tearing other people down. Right, so if you want to tear other people down, keep using that. So building, when you're using a building tone, it conveys a, we're in this together, unity, you know, building respect. It shows that you care enough to care about the other person. And to be honest, that's when they start to respect you and even if they didn't want to start caring about you, the respect will start to be built. Okay, that's why I said building. When you are demolishing, it sets yourself up as being better than someone else. Right, so it sets yourself up to look like you think you're better than them. That's not respect. That's not respect, and it's surely not going to build respect. So I'm so much better than you is what comes out when you're using sarcasm, when you're using, rude stuff, when you're using those, disrespectful mocking tones, sneering at people, and backbiting, gossip, all of that stuff that we don't like having happen to us. That is demolishing a relationship, and it ruins the respect between you and your child, and it ruins the respect between you and your partner. And then you've got to work hard to build it back up again. Okay, so We don't want to come out doing that demolishing stuff. Okay, we want to come out building relationship with our children and building relationship with our partner. Okay, and if they don't reciprocate, that doesn't mean that we have to descend to the same level, right? So really, really hard. Like I said, it was really hard. How do you do this? How do you change your tone? First of all, you listen to videos like this one and you become aware of it. Have a think about what tones that you're using with your children. And I have to do this regularly because I'm not perfect, okay? Think about the tones you're using with your kids. Think about the tones you're using with your partner and start implementing a change. Go, oh, I really want to say this. I'm just going to say it in a nicer tone. Even if you say the same thing for a while you're getting used to what you're doing, say it in a nicer tone. And quite often, depending on what it is, obviously, quite often things will go better little bit by little bit. So you can journal it if you want. It's a really, really great way to go about it. You can journal it, but start using a different tone. Start intentionally changing it with your kids. Don't expect yourself to be epic at it. Okay, it takes a while, it takes a long time. No one is perfect. All right, change your tone if you can, if you need to. Okay, start using those building tones. Start using those things that build other people up instead of tear them down, and you will find that it will go much better for you. If you need to book a session with me, then please check out the links. I'll pop a link below. I'll also pop a link for my freebie below. Okay, check it all out. Okay, otherwise, have a beautiful day. Mwah. Hi, I'm Miranda and I help mums of 0 to 6 year olds with their child's emotions and behaviors in a really positive way. Okay, have a look around my site. Thank you so much for dropping in. Don't forget to grab the free printable that is around. I've also got a free webinar for you that is all about emotions, and it's for mums of 2.5 to 6 year olds because that's when the emotional stuff really starts to kick in. All right, so grab those and I would love to see you somewhere on my site. Otherwise, I'll see you around. Get ready because every single week I upload a blog, and I've also got lots of different things available for you. So don't forget to check out any freebies and things around the place. Jump in on my Facebook group because I'd love to see you there, and you can access my weekly lives as they are happening. And that's that. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.